psycho. No tell her how far I'll go, so they better lie low. Mind racing, I'm crazy, I am just a psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah. Psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah. No tell her how far I'll go, so they better lie low. Mind racing, I'm crazy, I am just a psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah. Psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle. Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current. It's the most tremendous new musical experience you can have.
Hit him with the rhythm in the face, push him way back. Work. Swish it. Yeah.
Stop hitting me.
Inventions and innovations. And now it's available for everyone.
Everybody from the front to the back now.
Bring it back to the
Swish it.
yeah.
Make a building collapse, drop the bomb, bomb, bomb. Bring it like that.
Alright, everybody, hello. Welcome to the stream. Please subscribe here. Hope your time is completely wasted here. And this is Ethereal Enigma part 8, I believe now. I believe it's part 8. So yesterday we got to the resort, and now we're basically we're at the hot springs now. I believe we've just got to the hot springs, which is funny because I don't know if I mentioned it on stream the other day, but I thought about it today. I thought about it after stream, and it's like the same. It's the same thing as in Ace Academy. They go to a resort and they go to a hot springs, so it's literally the same. It's the same thing as in Ace Academy. that part of it anyway. It's like a throwback to when you went to the hot spring. You went to a spa or something in an Ace Academy. If it happens the exact same way, I'm gonna throw a fit. I swear to God. It's like, come on, this is the same bloody thing. It's the same bloody thing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. Should get down and do it. Is it already here? It isn't. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that. Oh, what the hell? Didn't click on that. Oh, damn it. There we go. That was annoying. Right. Hide you, and then we open up the game so we can get it going good, and then it opens up straight away because of course it does. There we are. Close it. So we have it there. Boom, the game is there, that is there. We want to hide the music, and then we want to load up the game again. Right, let's go.
Now there's no turning back. I know that we'll face whatever may come our way, 'cause tomorrow's a new day. These simple days may pass me by, but with your hand that we can fly, guiding me through an open door. We can soar with you, there's no hesitation. Only feelings that whisper inside my heart, telling me this is the place to start. And though there's times I may stumble and fall again, I know that I'm not alone in the end. I'm finally taking a path that will guide me straight ahead. Now there's no turning back. Just let those empties fade into black and fall into a new day. Please promise you won't let it slip away. And no, I'll be there. We'll take the leap and not have a care today. Will be the day. I'll never let these feelings slip away.
What an intro. I mean, even though I've seen it tons of times by now, but still nice to see it. You know, still nice to see. Right, let's line that up properly, and then we can get to going on the spa. Wait, what? I was gonna say, like, wait, don't tell me I didn't save. No, that has to be the save. It has to be. Please let it be this one. Yeah, we go. Okay. Woo! I was gonna say, I'm like, oh no, I didn't save it. Oh no, I didn't save. I didn't know. I didn't realise I didn't create a save. No, we're good. We're good. Alright, no. Okay, game. I didn't click. Okay, I didn't click. We pass through the changing room and rinse off in the showers before lowering ourselves into the heated pool. A few of our classmates have the same idea and lounge in small groups around the spring. Wait a minute, I feel like this... I said it before, right, about them using, like, this is like literally a throwback. Like, this feels like a throw... Sorry, I'm moving my mic. This feels like a throwback to Ace Academy, and that's literally what it feels like it is. Like with the hot springs, I'm not totally sure, but I get a feeling of deja vu. Like, is this the same art? Is this the same artwork they used in Ace Academy with the same hot springs? I swear, if we don't get like a crossover, I would say, right? Crossover, whatever you want to call it, right? Where we see like Ace Academy characters in this game, then I can understand. Then I will be like, okay, you know what? Fair play. Right, or they took the artwork and they touched it up. Like, it's the same artwork, but it's redone or remastered artwork. So it's the same artwork, but it's been touched up. So it's the same, but you know, it fits the artwork with Ethereal Enigma. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. A few of our classmates have the same idea and lounge in small groups around the spring. Is it good? Yeah. Okay, cool. Jose lies back against the ledge, letting his limbs splay out around him.
Ah, this is the life.
I bask in the calm water, feeling the warmth melt away any lingering fatigue or tension. Closing my eyes, a contented sigh escapes me. Together, we sit in silence, soaking in the tranquility. This is so relaxing. Wonder how the girls are faring on their side. Are they relaxing too? Only a thin wall divides the men's and women's hot springs. Straining my eyes, I hear the faint sound of voices. Ignore it. I mean, we could argue, but I'm just keen to just sit here and relax. Who cares? Women will talk about women things, you know, and they're probably talking about us too. Who knows? I shrug and sink back into the pool. All I care about is how great the water feels. Ah, oh, this is perfect.
I could stay here forever.
Me too. We both relax back into the spring and let the water drift our worries and cares away. When our time is up, we wrap ourselves in our towels and head back to the cabins. My skin is pink and warm from my time in the heated pool, and I feel refreshed and revitalised. Jose and I shower and change our clothes, then meet up with the girls at dinner. As we near the dining area, I hear my classmates before I see them. Students cluster together around the long tables. Looking around, I spot Mina, Kira and Erin at an empty table. They wave us over and we sit down. How was your soak in the hot springs?
It was so good. Erlen said that the minerals in the water help cleanse your skin, so we stayed an extra 5 minutes past time. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Wow, you rebels.
It was worth every extra minute. Look how her skin is positively glowing.
Mina beams at the compliment.
Really? Can you see the difference?
Of course. If you don't believe me, look at Kira.
Don't go there, ma'am. Just let it go. All right. She's an asshole to you. Just let it go. Kira blinks as all of our gazes turn on her.
Ooh, Kira, your skin looks so soft.
Kira touches her face, her cheeks dusting pink. Is that what they talk about while in the hot springs? Now I'm glad I stayed on my own side. Jose clears his throat.
My boy and I soaked in the spring for a long time too. How does our skin look?
They're just gonna say something mean and horrible, mate. You just set us up to get shot down. Good job. Mina looks Jose up and down.
Overcooked.
Yeah, see, I told you. She's just gonna roast. They're not gonna say anything nice.
Hey!
The two of them don't have a chance to argue as the food is finally served. My stomach growls at the tempting smell, and I dig in immediately. While we eat, Jose suddenly sits up.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Check out this cool thing I found.
Reaches into his pocket and shows us a small trinket with intricate hand-carved designs.
Ooh, it's really pretty.
I've never seen that symbol before.
Me neither. What is it?
I'm not sure, but I found it outside of the hot spring. Maybe it's a symbol of this resort.
Evelyn finally glances over and her eyes widen. She snatches it out of Jose's hands and takes a closer look.
I can't believe it.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, this is a Velden amulet.
Velden?
Sweden. He definitely said Sweden. Jose looks at each of us.
Dude, I know that there's something you're not telling me.
Why would you think that?
2 reasons. Velden is not a place. And don't try to tell me it's Sweden. I know what I heard this time and the last 20 times. It was Velden. Secondly, nobody here seems surprised that Erlen just casually name-dropped a place that doesn't exist. So, what's going on?
Seems like there's no more hiding it from Jose. Nor should we. It's a bit unfair that everyone knows except for him. Mina and Kira both look at me. And then all of our gazes fall on Evelyn. She blinks.
What are you all looking at me for?
Because it's your secret.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter to me. You're the one who said not to tell anybody.
Oh, here we go. It's my fault. Yeah, because telling people randomly that you're from another world totally doesn't sound crazy and untrue. Yeah, you're right. It's my fault. Bad idea. Wow, I'm so dumb. Fuck you, Evelyn. That's not a very good point. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It was a good idea not to tell everybody. People would have thought we were crazy. That's not a very good point. Either way, I turn back to Jose. I'm not reading it how it says. That's not a very good point at all. I refuse to read it the way it's been written. Although I don't want to be that person because I know no, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to not refuse to read it out of spite because I disagree with how it's been written. Let's do it again.
It certainly doesn't matter to me. You're the one who said not to tell anybody.
Oh, that is a very good point. I turn back to Jose. Okay, yeah, you heard right. Evelyn is not from Sweden. She's actually a princess from Velden.
And you all knew this?
I nod. Erin and I go through the whole story. From our chance meeting at the shrine, to Kira joining the investigation, and Mina accidentally finding out. Jose listens quietly, his face inscrutable. When we finish, there's silence.
That is so...
I grimace, expecting the worst, but Jose breaks into a wide grin.
Cool!
Huh?
I'm friends with someone from a totally different world! And she's actually royalty! I mean, how many people can say that?
Finally, someone who appreciates and respects my lineage. I'll be sure to remember the name of...
Silence.
The name of...
Erin coughs.
Connemara, of course.
Kosei!
He flops onto the table like a fish.
Yes, Kosei.
Didn't it?
That's what I meant.
I give him a sympathetic pat on the back. At least she got the first letter right. That's progress.
True.
The thought seems to encourage him and he sits back up again. He turns to Erilyn, looking curious.
So, what's Velden like? Do you guys have flying cars?
Don't be ridiculous. Cars don't fly.
His face
They're
falls.
self-driving, of course.
That's awesome!
I breathe out a sigh of relief while Jose asks Erilyn more questions. I wasn't sure how he'd take the news, but I'm glad he believes us. A huge weight lifts from my shoulders. I hadn't realised how much keeping the secret from my best friend was weighing on me. I'm so glad I don't have to lie to him anymore. Soon after, dinner concludes with an announcement from Mrs.
I
Sato.
hope you all enjoyed your day. I just want to remind everyone that tomorrow evening we'll be returning home. We'll have one more activity in the morning, but afterwards you're free to enjoy your time however you wish. Just don't be late returning to the bus.
When her announcement is over, she ushers everyone back to the cabins. I chat with my classmates in the evening, listening to how their days went. When it's time for lights out, I get ready for bed. My thoughts drift back to the amulet. There must be another Veldin here. But who could it be? Someone from the resort? Someone from the school? My eyes grow heavy. Before long, I drift to sleep. We didn't get a chance to spend... I mean, no, we did hang out with Kira at first. But I'm worried that when I went to wrap my arms around her, that kind of like put a downer for us. But we attempted to comfort her when she was scared. That has to count for something. Well, I mean, like, we didn't hold her hand, sure, but we didn't do nothing either. We saw that she was scared and we attempted to comfort her. That has to count for something. I haven't screwed up with her, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not gonna replay through it after I've just completed it, right? If once I complete it, I'm not gonna just immediately replay through it. And even then, I'd only redo it just to get with Kira, right? Like, however it ends is how it ends, right? Like, I don't care for Evelyn, so I'm not gonna pursue her, getting with her. I don't care for her. So after I'm done with this playthrough, I'm probably, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think there's enough replayability. Ace Academy has so many more paths to go down. Like, you had, I can't remember all their names off the top of my head, but I'm thinking 1, 2, 1. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. It's like at least three characters you can get with an Ace Academy. Kari obviously is just Kari, so that's 1. In Ace Academy there was like 3. In Crystalline, I think it was just 1 in Crystalline. I don't think there was any more. I don't know if there was any more in Crystalline. But it seems like Ace Academy are veering away from like multiple characters you can romance to like just 1 or 2. Like, and this is 2, right? Which Ace Academy, I think it was at least 3. Don't know if there was more. There might have been more, but off the top of my head, I can think of like 3. Whereas in this one, it's 2. In Crystalline, I think it was just 1. I don't know if there was more. I think maybe it was just 1 in Crystalline. Maybe there was 2. I don't know. I don't remember in Crystalline. I know there was definitely at least 1. The rustling in the cabin wakes me up. I stretch as a groan escapes me. We still have that class activity. Why couldn't they have just given us the whole morning free? Because they've got to justify each day being something, right? Even though we've paid to be here. Oh well. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be late. Rolling out of bed, I grab my clothes and head to the restroom to get ready. Afterwards, I meet up with Kose, and the two of us exit the cabin. We join up with the rest of the class and spot our friends. Mina is as energetic as always.
Hey guys, did you sleep well?
Yeah, that soak in the hot spring really relaxed me. I fell asleep right away.
Yeah, same.
It's a shame we're returning home so soon.
I would have liked to explore some more.
Same? Or have more time in the hot spring at least.
You could go back after class and before we leave.
Mina brightens.
True. We have some time before we go home. I might just do that. Thanks, Kira.
She nods, a small smile lifting her mouth.
Huh. I might do that too.
Mina and Kose look at each other. Are they remembering what happened yesterday? Mrs. Sato arrives just in time and gathers everyone's attention. She leads us through another history and health lesson, but this time we get to spend it in the quaint gardens. The beautiful scenery and serenity lifts my spirits, and I find it easier to focus, but I'm still itching for class to end. I want to make the most of my remaining time here. Whoopsie. Finally, class is over. As soon as Mrs. Sato dismisses us, everyone scatters. While I decide what I want to do, Kira approaches me. Her hands are clasped behind her back and she offers me a tiny smile.
Hi.
Hey, do you have any plans that class is over?
I was going to explore more of the garden.
That sounds like fun. Mind if I join you? She shakes her head.
I don't mind.
I think that's why she approached you, dude. Right, it's good to know that I didn't screw things up with Nina. Who knows? Oh, well, who knows? I mean, who knows? Maybe if we went to grab her hand instead of trying to put our arms around her yesterday, she would have reacted in the same way. You know, maybe she's not ready for intimacy, but our intent behind trying to comfort her meant something to her. At the very least, it hasn't screwed us. It hasn't screwed us up. Otherwise, she wouldn't want to hang out with us, just us. So it doesn't seem like it screwed us over. Thank God. Together, we start down the path. As we continue down the winding trail, we settle into silence. The trees are lush and the flowers bloom a fragrant perfume as gentle as their petals. I glance at Kira and catch her looking at me. She quickly averts her gaze, a touch of pink flowing into her cheeks. I look away too, feeling awkward that I was caught staring. Maybe I should say something. How did you feel about class today?
What do you think of the resort so far?
We start to speak at the same time and stop simultaneously.
It was informative.
I like it. My face burns when we speak at the same time again. Kira's cheeks are just as bright as mine. Silence reigns once more. I sneak a sidelong glance at Kira, who focuses in front of her.
So the weather is really nice.
I blink, not expecting that comment. Kira's not usually one for small talk. Yeah, it is.
I like this time of year.
Oh yeah? She nods.
It's still warm, but starting to cool down.
A smile grows on my lips. Kira's talkative today. She blushes when she notices my grin. Suddenly, she stops.
Do you hear that?
I strain my ears. Hear what?
Water. Over there.
He points to a direction straying off of the trail. We should stay on the path? We don't know. We don't know if it's good or bad. Let's go. Oh no. Yeah. Maybe we should check it out. He nods and leads me off of the path. We push through the shrubs, our footsteps crunching on fallen twigs and leaves. As we stray further from the path, I can hear the roar of water. Kira and I exchange glances and pick up the pace. We soon arrive on a cliffside that faces a rushing waterfall. My breath catches in my throat. Crystal clear water tumbles down the jagged mountain, splashing into a churning pool. Misty droplets catch in the sun, shimmering in the air like fairy dust. Squinting, I look up at the towering waterfall. It must span around 40 feet above us, but from here it looks like it kisses the sky. Wow.
It's so majestic.
Yeah. For a second, the two of us stand there, soaking in the fresh air. The gentle roar is very calming. I feel her gaze on me and catch her staring. What is it? She shakes her head.
Just thinking.
About what?
The boldness of nature.
Yeah. furrow my brows. I'm sure what she means by that. She smiles slightly.
Nature isn't afraid to carve its own path and to do things its own way.
Kira walks towards the edge of the cliffside and glances down. Then she looks back at me.
We can be bold too.
Bold? How?
Let's swim in the pool below.
Oh, sure. That'd be nice. That doesn't seem too bold, but the pool is clear and inviting. As I look around for a place to climb down, Kira glances over the cliffside again.
The fastest way down would be to jump into the pool.
Carefully, I glance over the edge. We seem to be no more than 10 feet above the pool, and the cliffside does protrude far from the mountain. The water is clear enough to see below, and there are no rocks to avoid. Really? I see a couple. I don't see where the cliff is though. In fact, from up here, I feel like I'm on the edge of a diving board, ready to dive into a swimming pool. I'm afraid of heights. Wish I'd thought of this myself. I guess that one, I guess. I hate this idea. Kira throws her brows. Because I wish I was the one who came up with it. He blinks.
So, that's a yes?
I grin and offer her my hand in response. She glances down at it, then allows a small smile to grace her lips. Her hand slips firmly into my own, and she gives it a squeeze. I hope she's ready to be bold with me. Ready? On the count of 3.
1,
2.
3.
Her grip tightens on my hand, and together we leap. And just push her in. Sorry, I chickened out at the last minute. The air whips my skin and flows through my hair, and my stomach rises into my throat. I feel weightless and heavy at the same time, but Kira's hand still grips my own. A warm, stable comfort. In a flash, we splash into the cool water. I kick my feet until my head breaks the surface. Kira bobs up beside me. We swim for a little while before climbing onto the rocks beside the pool. Kira wrings out her clothes and her hair as a small puddle pulls around her. A puddle forms around me too, which Kira notices. She splays out like onto the rock.
If we lie here underneath the sun, we'll dry out.
Good idea. I scoot beside her and lie down. The sun's rays spill onto my face and body. I can already feel the heat warming me. We lie like this for a while, before I glance at Kira. So, why did you want to jump into the water like that? Turns her head to face me.
I felt brave.
I blink. That's it?
No, it was also being here with you and thinking about the waterfall.
Oh, okay. Phew, we didn't screw our chances with her. Phew. I remember her words. The boldness of nature. He nods.
It made me think about how I should be more bold.
So you decided to jump off of a waterfall? That seemed like a pretty big step to do something different.
It was scary, but it was easy to feel brave knowing I wasn't alone. I've felt that way a lot recently. It makes me want to experience more things.
Kira shifts her gaze away, a small blush forming in her cheeks. Wait, do I make her feel this way? Like experience the bedroom? Maybe not that way. You should do what you want. It's really nice to see Kira come out of her shell a bit more. It feels like she's kept herself locked away for so long. She deserves a chance to be who she is and do what she wants. More life experiences are always good. He nods. Kira shifts on the rock.
I was also thinking that more life experiences will help with my writing.
Oh yeah? For your manga? He nods. It definitely helps. A lot of writers use their own experiences for inspiration.
Yes, I've heard that too.
How is the manga coming along? He glances away and a light pink dusts her cheeks.
It's going well. I now have new inspiration for it, and I think I know what to write next.
That's great. I can't wait to read it. You'll show me when it's done, right? Her blush deepens, but she nods. Once we're mostly dry, we decide to head back. We return to the garden trail and soon loop back to where we started.
I should change.
Yeah, same. We don't want to get sick. She smiles.
Thank you for coming with me.
Thanks for bringing me. I had a lot of fun.
Me too. I'll see you on the bus.
I nod. After saying goodbye, she returns to the girls' cabin. I return to the cabin and change my clothes for the bus ride. Then I quickly pack up all of my stuff. I don't know, maybe I should have said, do I make her feel this way? Like, it's obvious that I do. She says, you know, when I was with you and we hit the waterfall, but then maybe I'm the one that has to take initiative. I don't want to reload. I really don't, right? Because, like, I've done a really good job of like, sticking with the choices I've made in this game. But I also don't want to do a whole nother playthrough just to get with Kira. Should I reload? I'm going to make the decision to reload. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I hate to do this because I've done a really good job of like sticking with the choices I've made. I don't believe I've ever reloaded, but I'm only going to do like one playthrough of this game, right? Because I don't care for Erilyn and there's nobody else to get with, right? So, and I don't feel like there's enough content in the game to warrant a second playthrough based on what I want out of the game. So I don't want to mess up, like, I don't want to mess this up with Kira. Like at the hot springs, I could maybe there was like scenes that like harken back to Ace Academy where you like check out what the girls are doing and you get found out by them. But I was like, whatever, right? I'm just gonna sit here and relax. I don't need to know what they're talking about, and I can already imagine what they're talking about. And I can't be asked to hear that shit, right? So I chose that option. Just like, no, just ignore it. I don't give a shit. I can guess what they're talking about, and I don't care for it. I feel the heat rising in my face. Is it because of me that you feel brave? She hesitates, then nods, her blush deepening. I can't stop my growing smile. You make me feel brave too.
Really?
Yeah. I never would have jumped without you. Let's keep making each other brave. He nods, matching my smile. Kira shifts on the rock.
I was also thinking that more life experiences will help with my writing.
Oh yeah? For your manga? Definitely helps. A lot of writers use their own experiences for inspiration.
Yes, I've heard that too.
How is the manga coming along? He glances away and the light pink dusts her cheeks.
It's going well. I now have new inspiration for it, and I think I know what to write next.
That's great. I can't wait to read it. You'll show me when it's done, right? Her blush deepens, but she nods. Alright, don't get me wrong. It feels like it's the same. Okay, it doesn't have what I chose before. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it was pretty much the same as the other one, except I said, is it because of me, and she confirmed it. Right? So it was basically similar dialogue, but we got confirmation that she's genuinely into me. I don't know if that will make a difference, and I really hate to go back like that, because that's the only time that I would have gone back, but I only want to do one playthrough, and I don't want to repeat all of it to not get with her, right? Like, other people might be like, no, you have to stick with the choice you've made, right? But I also want to make sure that I get with Kira, right? Like, I don't want to that's the only thing that I care about. Erilyn, I don't care. She can hate me, whatever, right? Sorry if you heard the stuff on my mic there, but the one character that I like, Kozai obviously I care about, right? Because he's a good friend. Mina, I don't care about Mina. Erilyn, don't care. right? But Kira, I've been invested into Kira to not get with her, right? Because I chickened out and chose the wrong option. I didn't say I chickened out. I just said, no, you should do what you want. I think I chose the option originally because I didn't want to make it about me. But then I'm worried because I'm like, wait a minute. There was a chance there to ask her if I make her feel that way, to, take the initiative, right? And I didn't. I chose the other option because I didn't want to make it about me. But then that might be a key choice to, sway her to me. I mean, based on how she acted with the first option I chose about like saying you should do what you should do what you want and be who you want to be, whatever it said, right? She still blushed and everything when I asked her that question. So I don't think we ruined our chances with her by choosing that option. But at the same time, I don't want to take any chances. I'm definitely gonna.
I should change.
Oh, whoopsie. Once we're mostly dry, we decide to head back. We return to the garden trowel and soon loop back to where we started.
I should change.
Yeah, same. We don't want to get sick. She smiles.
Thank you for coming with me.
Thanks for bringing me. I had a lot of fun.
Me too. I'll see you on the bus.
I nod. After saying goodbye, she returns to the girls' cabin. Yeah, I definitely don't want to like make a habit of doing that, like constantly reloading every time a choice doesn't go the way I want. Like I said, I really was like, do I really want to reload? Because so far I've only done that. So far I've stuck with the choices I've made. Even with the one where I hugged her instead of holding her hand, I stuck with that choice, right? Even though I was worried I might have, fubbed it up with Kira. But that option, I'm like, since we didn't fub it up, I don't want to take a second. I don't want to do it a second time, right? But like with the comforting her instead of holding her hand, I'm like, did we ruin it? Thankfully we didn't, but I don't want to do that a second time. Plus, even if I choose the option, she might think that I just want to be friends because I never took the initiative. And she said about being bold, and the game is about the boldness of nature. It got brought up again, right? And it's like, I feel like the game's telling you this is an opportunity. You should be bold here, like she was with the waterfall. You should be bold too and take the initiative. And by choosing the option, like, to just be who she wants to be, instead of like, do I make you feel this way? Instead of just, taking the initiative, to be bold, I'm essentially, saying I just want to be friends. Because that was like a really big indication, choose this option. And I chose the other option instead because I didn't want to make it about me. I chose to be selfless, but maybe like being bold about taking the leap, right? And then I chose the option that's like not the opposite of that. Well, I chose to make it about her, not about me, right? Either way, I reloaded. What's done is done. I'm committing to that. I'm committing to that. I know it's like, wow, you saved scummed. I can't believe you did that. But sorry, I had to throw a tank. But like I said, I didn't want to risk it a second time, because I'm not. I really want to make sure. Like, I don't care about anything else in this playthrough, right? Erilyn, I don't care for her as a character. So if it ends up negative, I can live with that, right? Mina, again, I don't really care if I don't really care. I'm not invested into Mina. I'm not invested into Erilyn, right? Koze's a good friend. I don't think he's ever gonna like go against me, right? Not unless I was a real arsehole, but there's never any options to do that, right? So the main person I want to get with is Kira, right? That's the main one where I'm like, oh god, I really hope I don't mess this up, So I hate to reload like that, but that's we're gonna go with the rule of a lifeline, right? Like you phone a friend, right? In Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Which at some point, I can't remember when, I think it was recent. I feel like it was recently. I don't remember when, but I feel like it was recently where like the $1 million question or something like that. Like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And then there's another one. I don't know what one came first, but we're going to do it like I get to reload once. I get to go back on a choice once, right? I get to, like, if I don't like a choice, I get to reload and go back once. And that was the one time I get to go back, right? And if I choose another choice and it doesn't go the way I want, I'm not reloading because I've already done it once, and once was more than enough. So that's how I'll do it. That's the rule. and I expect you guys to hold me to that, and I'll hold myself to it as well as best I can. I'm not going to reload again. It was bad enough that I did it once, but I wanted to. I felt I was like, no, I felt like that was the wrong option, right? And I want to make sure that I do right by. I choose the right options with Kira. Let's say all the other characters, I'll pick the option to stick with it, right? But Kira, I've already messed up once when we tend to scary stories, when I put my arms around her instead of holding her hand, right? And obviously, I was like, oh, she pulled away. Oh god, I chose the wrong option. If I messed it up, and it says that no, you haven't messed it up with her because she wanted to hang out with us again by ourselves. So okay, cool. And then the game's like, be bold, the boldness of nature. And then it's like, I choose the option that wasn't me being bold. And I'm like, and she blushed and everything. When she was talking about it, and she still blushed and everything. So there was no indication that we've ruined our chances with her. But at the same time, I don't want to take any chances. So that's the one time I reload, because I was worried that option messed things up with Kira. I don't like that because I want to choose it and stick with it, right? Like as if it was real life. You don't get to go back like that, right? But then again, if it was real life, I can say that and then ask, do I also make you feel that way? As we're walking back, what do you mean about the boldness, being bold and everything? Do I also make you feel that way? I could have asked her that question later on, right? In real life, if it was real life, I could ask that question later on, right? But it's a game, you only get to pick one option, right? But if it was real life, I'd be able to ask both those questions realistically, right? So I don't know. It sucks that I reloaded. I really feel like a piece of shit for doing that, because the whole entire time I've stuck with the choices I've made. But I really want to make sure that I don't fub things up with Kira. No. But I stand by a lot. I could have easily asked both those questions. Even as we're walking back, I could ask that question. But it doesn't matter. What's done is done. I return to the cabin and change my clothes for the bus ride. Then I quickly pack up all my stuff. I'm a bit sad to leave, but I'm also looking forward to sleeping in my own bed again. I regroup with everyone on the bus. The girls are already out there, chatting with each other.
Goodbye, Hot Springs. You will be sorely missed. Did you end up going one last time? Yep, and it was amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
My classmates each filter onto the bus, and I'm beginning to get worried. Where's Kose? In fact, that's how I'm gonna roleplay it. Even that's not how it went. That's how I'm gonna roleplay. I'm gonna roleplay. I asked her both those questions. Like, you should be who you want to be and do what you want to do. You should be like that more. I'm proud of you being more bold, and I feel like you should be like that more. Whatever I said when I chose the option. But then I said also, like, and then just one more thing. Do I make you feel that way? Like, I asked that question afterwards. We're gonna roleplay that I asked both those questions, because screw it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still feel bad, but that's how we're gonna roleplay it. That I asked both those questions. I told her about you should be who you want to be and made it about her. But then as we're about to get up, I go, oh, do I make you feel that way as well? I asked her that question at the last minute before we started walking back. I asked both those questions. My classmates each filter onto the bus, and I'm beginning to get worried. Where's Kose? A moment later, I see him scramble on board, plops into the seat next to me.
Man, that was a close one.
Yeah, you almost got left behind.
It wouldn't be the worst thing.
A grin. There are definitely worse places to be stranded. After everyone is settled and accounted for, the bus roars to life and we begin our journey home. I stare out of the window, watching the trees fly by in a blur of green. It's strangely comforting, and I feel my eyelids droop. Before I know it, I'm asleep. Suddenly, I'm shaken awake. Huh?
We're here.
I nod, then gather my stuff. As I group up with my friends, I stifle a yawn. What time is it? It must be late.
Well, it's pretty late. I need to get home before my mom gets worried.
Kira nods.
I should go home too.
Yeah, same with us. We all say goodbye and everyone splits their separate ways.
Mom and Dad should be here any minute to pick us up.
Squinting in the dark, I spot someone waving at us. Uncle Hajime?
Hey, kids!
He stands beside his car and we hurry over.
Hi, Dad. You're right on time.
Of course, I didn't want to leave you kids waiting for too long.
Thanks, Uncle Hajime. That's really nice of you.
Yes, thank you. It's much appreciated.
Mina breaks into a wide grin and throws her arms around me.
Aw, Dad.
Around me? Around him. So throws her arms around him. No, I said me.
Aw, Dad. You're the best.
Uncle Hajime chuckles.
All right. Now let's go before Emiko wonders why we're taking so long.
We eagerly scoot into the car and Uncle Hajime drives us home. Once we return to the house, a flood of comfort rushes through me. It's good to be back. Stifling another yawn, I say goodnight and make a beeline to my room. I toss my stuff randomly in a corner and quickly change and brush my teeth, then fall into bed. Oh, how I've missed you. Hugging my pillow, I drift into a deep sleep. I wake up feeling groggy after our late night return. Our time at the hot springs felt like a mini vacation. It feels weird going back to school today. I flip the blankets off of me and slide out of bed. Then I get ready for school. The kitchen is empty when I arrive, and both Erin and Amina's bags are missing. They must have gone to school early for their club meetings. Luckily, I didn't have to wake up early for my club. Because I'm about to browse through the fridge, Uncle Hajime enters, carrying a freshly baked loaf of milk bread.
Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Hajime. He looks around the kitchen.
Where are the girls?
They left earlier.
Oh, that's too bad. They're missing out on this soft, fluffy bread.
He sets the loaf on the table. The fresh, sweet smell makes my mouth water. But I'm here.
Then eat up.
I cut myself a slice and spread it with butter before eagerly digging in. It's delicious, as always. Uncle Hajime grins.
I wanted to surprise everybody with breakfast after your late night yesterday, but I didn't expect everyone to leave so early.
That's really nice of you, Uncle Hajime.
Do you mind bringing it to school? You could share with the girls and your friends, just in case anyone skipped breakfast.
Will do.
I appreciate it. As thanks, there will be a little treat for you when you get home.
Thanks, but you don't have to do that.
Just look for it.
Uncle Hajime gives me a wink before heading back to the bakery. I grab my bag and rush out of the house. I keep up a quick pace as I walk to school. Before long, I pass through the broad gates and cut across the courtyard. After entering the building, I find my classroom and take my seat. My friends are all gathered in a tight circle. As I sit down, I hand Evelyn and Mina their breakfast and share the rest of the loaf with Kose and Kira. Hey guys, what's going on? Kose looks around.
Shh. Not so loud.
Huh?
We're talking about the amulet.
He whispers the last two words. Why is that a secret?
You know, because Erlen's...
He looks around and then whispers again.
Veldin?
Mina shakes her
You
head.
never should have told him. He keeps making a big deal out of it.
It is a big deal.
Maybe we should return to the task at hand.
Yeah, what exactly did I miss? Evelyn
It
huffs.
has been 2 whole days and we still haven't discovered who the amulet belongs to.
That's really not that long.
It is an eternity.
We've narrowed it down that it must be somebody from our school.
We have?
Yes, we found it when our class had the hot springs reserved.
That's true. Which means the only people visiting the springs at that time were people from our school.
Could someone have dropped it earlier?
Maybe. But I didn't see it when we entered.
Me neither. And I found it right next to the water when we left, which means someone dropped it during our reservation.
Then, in order to discover who owns it, we just need to know who visited the hot spring while you were there.
He stares at us.
Well, who was there?
I don't know what you think we do in the hot spring, but it's not checking out other dudes.
Mina sighs.
Yeah, that's a good start, but doesn't actually narrow it down by much.
Erin, is there anything on that amulet that can help us? She shakes her head.
It's a common token meant to ward away evil and disaster. Clearly it doesn't work.
Why? Because the person lost it?
No, because Kosei was able to touch it.
Oh god, here we go.
Hey!
Mina snickers. Kira remains thoughtful.
It seems this person must be superstitious.
Our conversation is cut short by Mrs. Sato entering the room. We can continue this later. My friends nod and we scoot ourselves back into place. Oh man, Mrs. Sato clears her throat.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all rested and rejuvenated and ready to get back to work.
A half-hearted muttering is the only response.
I'm sure that will change once we get started. Please open your textbooks.
I like it how that was supposed to be a time away. And all we did on our time away was take lessons and do activities where we were essentially being taught, but outside in nature. Which means we paid to go to school. Because even though we got time to relax and stuff, there was activities that we had to do instead of just letting us do our own thing. But I guess because it's during school time, they have to justify to the admission board or what to the faculty, higher faculty, that even though we're taking this vacation, they're still going to learn whilst they're there, right? We're gonna make the experience educational, right? So it's educational fun, and that justifies them booking it during the school time. Because they can't just have us go on vacation, do whatever we want because we're supposed to be learning, right? So I do get it, but at the same time, it's like don't act like that was all fun and games. You taught us shit, So it was kind of a half vacation. It wasn't really a full one. Mrs. Sato begins the class, and I do my best to focus on the lesson, but my thoughts keep wandering. Where else in this school is Felden? I quickly pack up my things, just so I'm about to head home. I remember that I have a club meeting after school today. Shoulder in my bag, I make my way to the club room. When I enter, I greet my club members and take a seat. All of our chairs are arranged in a circle, which helps facilitate our discussions. Once everyone arrives, we look expectantly at Kohaku. Wonder what topic we'll discuss next. He smiles softly.
Today's topic is about the universe and how it is constantly expanding.
There's a murmur of approval from my group. It should be interesting.
As we all know, the universe is everything.
That warrants a nod of approval.
But that doesn't mean it's infinite.
A couple of people share looks of confusion.
How can the universe be constantly expanding yet still be finite? Wouldn't that mean the universe should have an edge?
Does it have an edge?
Shakes his head.
It can't.
You're right.
I'm still not sure I understand.
Think of the universe as if it's a balloon. As the balloon inflates, the surface stretches and expands. But if there was a person or rocket traveling on the surface of that balloon, they'd never reach an edge.
So the universe has a finite volume even while it's expanding.
Exactly.
I think I understand now.
So let me ask you this. As our universe expands, what is it expanding to? Is there anything beyond the expansion?
The room quiets down. Kohaku looks at me.
Care to share your thoughts?
If there is, we can't understand it. Are you high, bruh? We'll do the first one. I honestly can't say for sure if there is anything beyond the universe. But if there is, we wouldn't be able to understand it because it wouldn't already exist in our reality.
That's certainly an interesting theory.
What if there's just nothing, and when our universe reaches it, it too becomes nothing?
So, would our universe essentially be crumbling as it expands? Each expansion getting swallowed into nothing?
Never mind, scratch that. That sounds really ominous. I'm not ready for the universe to cease to exist.
Gahaku chuckles, which sparks a chuckle from the rest of us too. This is a pretty heavy topic. Not one that I've ever really thought about before, but I'm certainly thinking about it now. We can continue our discussion, until the meeting is over. Everyone shared their input and gave us much to think about. When we're done, I help tidy up the room and gather up my stuff. Finally, it's time to go home. I say goodbye to my club mates and hurry back to the house. With my power walking determination, I arrive home in record time. After kicking off my shoes and throwing off my bag, I check the kitchen for a snack and find a cupcake with my name in frosting and a thank you from Uncle Hajime telling me to enjoy it. This is awesome. The girls should forget their breakfast more often. Thanks, Uncle Hajime. With my belly full, I wonder what I should do. Who should I hang out with? Well, that'll be reserved for another time. And this is a good stopping point. I was going to go into like 1 hour. I was going to go into like 1 hour 15, but screw it. Not entirely sure, but I might do some unscheduled streams during the week. I think what I'll do this week actually is if I don't feel like doing the fighting streams this week, I might do the story streams this week instead. If I don't feel up doing the fighting streams, we'll see how I feel come Wednesday, Thursday. But I might do the story streams during the week to make up for not doing any fighting streams. That way you still, there's still streams. Even though the story stream is supposed to be weekend only, but I don't want to redo the schedule just yet because it really depends on how I feel. If I don't do the fighting streams this week, then I'll redo the schedule until I feel up to doing the fighting streams again. But I also don't want to, redo it and then I actually do feel up doing the fighting streams. So we'll see how I feel this. We'll see how I feel this week. And I do want to adjust the schedule if need be though. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully I've been a source of your entertainment to some extent. Be that first, second, third, fourth. Background noise order only. If I've been a source of your entertainment to any extent, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you have a good week as well. If I don't see you again, I appreciate you being here and giving me a chance. Thank you. If you do enjoy my streams and you do want to see me again, then like I said, I will look to do. I usually stream fight Mortal Talkbat, which is my fighting streams Wednesday and Thursday. But for the past couple of weeks, I just haven't really been feeling it. I think last week we had one fighting stream last week, but I really do want to keep pushing. But we'll see how I feel come Wednesday, Thursday. If I don't feel up to doing them, then what I'll do is I'll do the story streams during the week as well. I'll do the story streams Wednesday and Thursday to make up for not doing the fighting streams. We'll see how I feel come Wednesday and Thursday though. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. And I know it might not make a difference to most people here, but I'm sorry about reloading the save there. I'm not sure if it would have messed anything up with Kira, because based on how she reacted and her body action, her body and like blushing still and everything, because she did still blush and stuff. He was talking about the manga. I didn't want to, I might not have ruined my chances with her, but at the same time, I regret not, but based on how she reacted and thinking about that, I feel like I chose the wrong option. I want to go back and choose the other one. But thinking about it realistically, if that was me in that situation, I would have said, I would have chose the first option, that first one, made it about her. You should do what you want to do, and then I would have went, do I make you feel that way, or have I ever made you feel that way, and then she would have said yes, right, and then so I could have arguably said both of those things, right? One, the first one, and as we're getting up, walking back, I could ask her the second one, right? So it makes sense that I could have realistically asked her both, but you know, the game logic, you know, you only get to pick one option. So I do apologise for reloading and doing that there, but like I said, I'm going to make it a rule that I won't ever do that again. I've got one chance to reload and pick a different option. I've done that now. I don't get to do that again, right? That's the one time I get to reload. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. My door. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys during the week for the fighting streams if I feel like doing them. Wednesday and Thursday. You can see the schedule on my Twitch and YouTube channel. If I don't end up doing the fighting streams, then I'll redo the schedule to do the story streams until I feel like doing the fighting streams again, and then adjust the schedule accordingly. But I definitely want to keep doing the fighting streams. I just haven't really been feeling it as of late. But I will definitely push to do them this week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.